Indian companies, including Mahindra, which is setting up the first ever Indian automotive plant in United States, are increasing their investment in America. The US Secretary of State, Rex Tillerson, said today. US companies and the products have everyday presence in the lives of Indians, and we see increasing investments by the Indian companies in America, including a Mahindra Mahindra vehicle plant that will open this month in Swaraj, the first ever Indian automotive manufacturing plant in the US. Tillerson said at a joint press conference with the External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj of India. Mahindra and Mahindra plans to roll out of road utility vehicles from the Swaraj plant. Tillerson added that besides partnering on the issues related to regional and global stability, both the US and India continue to benefit from their strong economic bonds. Our two countries have a history of trade that dates back to 18th century, long before the independence of either one of our nations, said Tillerson. He also said, as the part of the growing trade relationship between the two nations, the first shipment of American crude oil arrived in India at the beginning of this month, making the first US oil export to India in more than 4 decades. Continued, all the sales have a potential to boost the bilateral trade by up to $2 billion per year. In fact, US-India trade relationship, which reached nearly $150 billion last year, touches many parts of the lives both of our country and the citizens, said Tillerson. After United States, UK, the Britain is keen on expanding its trade with India, a minister said today, asserting that there is a scope to further strengthening the thriving bilateral economic relationship in London. The Ministry of State for Asia and Pacific in the Foreign and the Commonwealth Office, Mark Field, who recently returned from the visit to India, said, "During my visit, I saw for myself the strength of India-UK partnership. Our economic relationship is thriving, and we want to expand our £16 billion bilateral trade, generating jobs and developing skills," Mark Field told the members of Indian Journalists Associations. He also said the UK was one of the largest G20 investors in India, and the Indian companies have already created 110,000 jobs in UK, making them Britain's second largest international job creators. Mark Field also said there will be 1.5 million Indians in the UK who contribute richly to the British society. Over 470,000 Indians come to UK each year to visit, to study or to do business in the country. And with no cap on the student visas, we continue to attract the best and the brightest students to our world-class universities. 160,000 Indian students over the past 10 years has been in UK, said Field. He also said that the Britain's strong relationship with India will continue even after the Brexit. Our message is that it is the business as usual, he stated. So what do you think of India is pouring its investment in US and UK? Will there be any race against India and China to both these countries?
Diepsloot is a township 25 kilometers north of Sandton, Johannesburg, where unemployment is as high as 60% of the population. Transport is expensive, so proximity is important for residents when finding work. For entrepreneurs looking for an opportunity, where do they find the support they need to help build their businesses? Less than 5 kilometers away from Diepsloot is the Riversands SMME Incubation Hub, where fledgling entrepreneurs learn the skills they need to thrive in the marketplace. There's hope that these businesses will contribute to the government's efforts to integrate the township economy into the mainstream economy and bring jobs to Diepsloot.
This platform is here to basically enable and develop small to medium enterprises as a means to develop the economy. What makes us unique, first of all, would be our size. We currently have 158 units available, 157 businesses on campus across a 38,000 square meters space. Our operational philosophy is probably one of our biggest differentiators. We are not prescriptive in the manner in which we actually support the businesses. Our focus is to add value determined by the entrepreneurs themselves. So it's really important for us to be a learning organization that's always looking at ways in which to really support businesses in a manner that really makes sense to the entrepreneurs themselves.
They affirmed my idea and said, look, go ahead, we are here to support you as much as you are bringing something that is different to the hub, which will add on to the hub. and voila, Black Star Coffee Bar was born. So when I came in and I started setting up, I was thinking, okay, now I need employees. Where am I going to get people to work in these shops? And fortunately for me, there's a community just across the river, which is Diepsloot. Between the businesses that I have at the hub, I've got 15 people that we have permanent jobs for. It makes me happy that I have contributed to the economy of the country. I'm one of the people that the government is always stressing.
Another young entrepreneur who's providing employment for 3 people with her business is Siola Mashamaite.
We're an ISO 17025 accredited calibration laboratory. So we calibrate instruments like thermometers, hygrometers, ovens, incubators, anything that has to do with temperature and has to be verified. Currently at university there isn't any qualification that you can study towards being a metrologist. So any engineering degree would be a good start, and then from there you do individual courses that are offered by private institutions. The biggest impact would be the employing of the young people that were previously unemployed. The plan is to give them a skill that they would be able to go out here and they can be a qualified metrologist when they leave us, and with the skill they have capabilities of earning more, and that helps their families and get out of the cycle of unemployment.
South Africa's innovation pioneers are changing their industries with their sights firmly on the horizon. From innovative ways to providing skills to an app that puts specialist care in the hands of caregivers in outlying areas. The Vula app brings ICT digital technology into the healthcare sector.
Typically, a rural health worker would see a patient which he or she thinks might need specialist opinion. They complete a very short form on the app. The information gets sent straight to the specialist on call. The specialist on call can respond using the chat system that's built into the app, and they can help the patient accordingly. What's been amazing is that the response time from the specialist has been brought down to less than 15 minutes. That means really that the public health system has leapfrogged the private health system in some ways, because it's very hard to get hold of a private specialist within 15 minutes. So it started off with ophthalmology only, which is eye care. It's now in 14 specialties. The busiest one is orthopedics, a lot of trauma cases, broken bones. Other big ones are general surgery, internal medicine, obstetrics and gynecology. And these are really helping meet some of the major needs in our country. The other nice thing is that data just pours in, because it's making the lives of both the rural health workers and the specialists easier. It's collecting a lot of data that's used by health administrators. It shows where all the hotspots are, where many referrals are coming from. And a lot of the head of departments are now adapting their services according to this need, which before they had a feeling for, but now they've got data to show their health managers where the needs are. Our vision for the future is to take this African innovation global. I think it'll be very useful both in other African countries as well as other countries that face similar healthcare problems. A lot of first world countries also have problems around referrals and giving advice to rural areas, and I really think that we can showcase this at a global level.
Innovation means change, whether through an app or an incubator. This new way of doing business has the potential to create jobs, transform the workforce, and drive growth by creating new industries and new services. In cities from Nairobi to Dakar, Africans are ready for new opportunities, new skills, and the jobs of the future. Where challenges exist, Africans find solutions, bridging gaps in service and infrastructure with ingenuity, passion, and purpose, choosing long-term prosperity over short-term gains. Here, solutions are innovative, effective, and affordable. All over Africa, governments are investing in innovation and challenging traditional ideas of doing business and being successful. Africans are the early adopters of e-governance, e-education, e-health, and mini-grids powered by renewable sources of energy to enhance access to electricity. Tanzania is using modern GPS-enabled drone technology to enhance geospatial mapping. the data can be used to address land tenure issues.
Because of the use of this technology, the land tenure team is now going to be able to issue 300,000 land titles, which is going to significantly affect the lives of many people in Tanzania.
Together, let's blaze a new trail for Africa. A future that leverages innovation to turn constraints into investment opportunities. Africa can and will leapfrog into the future.
But it's hard to leap forward and thrive without the right conditions. Africa needs infrastructure and a supportive regulatory environment for entrepreneurs to prosper. To leapfrog, Africa needs investments that support public and private cooperation and investments that nurture the skills of the future. Senegal has developed a dynamic digital economy by investing in the internet and connectivity, incentivizing innovation and building up entrepreneurs.
Le Sénégal a très vite compris les enjeux et les opportunités que représente le développement de l'économie numérique. Notre pays ambitionne de devenir une plateforme numérique pour l'Afrique de l'Ouest, conformément aux objectifs du plan Sénégal émergent. Le numérique offre l'avantage de pouvoir générer une forte productivité et pour optimiser les avantages de cette nouvelle économie porteuse d'innovation et de croissance, nous devons créer un cadre institutionnel et juridique propice aux entreprises de téléservices.
There's no blueprint for leapfrogging, but with the right partners, it's possible. The Investing in Africa Forum is a platform for cooperation jointly developed by China, the World Bank Group, and multiple African countries. The World Bank brings its cascade approach to de-risking public investment opportunities like large-scale infrastructure and energy projects, and its convening power to bring the best minds to the boardroom.
非洲充满了生机活力，中非合作达到了前所未有的高度，秉持着互利共赢、开放包容的合作理念，目的在促进中非之间的发展经验交流和投资贸易往来，坚持互学互鉴。 探索发展的新道路，整合优势资源，着力打造投融资新模式，帮助非洲国家实现2030年可持续发展目标，也实现中国和非洲发展的互利共赢。
Scaling up local innovation and local solutions will take bridging the gap through infrastructure, distributing new skills and new ways of thinking, and letting go of trying to make Africa conform to the old patterns of growth and development.
Post your comments below, and if you like this video, please give a thumbs up and follow us on social networks and subscribe to our channel. And thanks for watching. This is WC Daily. Think big, think different. Bye.